Tonight, students get pepped up for the home opener.
Plus, students learn ways to get involved in the community. Stay tuned. Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News starts now.
From the High Definition Digital Production Center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News for September 7, 2012. I'm Jamarlo Phillips.
And I'm Bailey Majors. Thank you for joining us this evening. Football season is underway and the first home game is tomorrow. Justin McNally shows us how some Trojan fans showed their Trojan pride Thursday night.
All it took was those two little words to make a packed-out crowd at Sartain Hall roar at the opening pep rally for this year's football season. Trojan fans, old and new, filled up the old basketball arena to cheer on the Trojans for their home opener against Louisiana Lafayette. And the message was clear. The fans love their Troy Trojans.
Well, for the players especially, this is a way for them to see that the student body, the fans of this university really do care about them, and they're going to get excited for the game.
Pep rallies are held before every home game to get the students as well as the players pumped up for the game. However, this one blew away expectations.
We've normally had just kind of, the pep rally, come cheer on Troy, yay, and it's great. That's a great thing. But I think that since we had a little bit larger theme with the tacky tourist and we had the cheerleaders dress up as little tacky tourists, I think it kind of made that big and it kind of interests the students, and the impact was huge.
Trojan fans were able to watch the cheerleaders do some amazing dance routines. T-Roy performed for the crowd, and head coach Larry Blakeney addressed the fans about this upcoming game. But when he spoke to the crowd, they knew they had to listen.
It was good to see when Coach Blakeney came out, how much respect we all have for Coach Blakeney. And when he told us to be quiet, we said, yes, sir.
While these fans did not get to don the headgear like Lee Corso does, they all had the same prediction for the game, no matter how they said it.
I think we're going to win.
They'll win indeed.
Trojans going to win.
They'll go out there and take care of business and win.
I'm pretty sure W's on the way.
I think we're going to cream them.
Justin McNally, Troy Trojan Vision News.
If you missed this week's festivities, no need to worry. Just be at Sartain Hall next Thursday at 6 p.m. for the next pep rally, where the theme is going to be No More Cowbell.
The annual day of service is coming up this Saturday. Students will volunteer their time to help out the Troy community in honor of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. Justin Garner has more.
Troy University students will be putting in hard-working hours this Saturday back into the city that many students, at least for now, call home.
You're here for 4 years, which may not seem like a long time, but when you're here, this is your home. Like, you going off campus, you're in Troy. Even when you're on campus, you're in the city of Troy. You should take pride in that.
And there is more than one way for a student to help with their community. The Service Learning and Civic Engagement Department of Troy University has 12 choices. Whether it's working with the Salvation Army or the elderly, volunteers will be paired with key organizations to lend a hand, helping those organizations to continue to better serve the needs of Troy.
The city of Troy gives a lot to the university, so this is just our opportunity as students to give back to the city through various service projects. We got like Boys and Girls Club, the Child Advocacy Center, the College Center, just all the places that help us, we can help them.
Judson Garner, Troy Trojan Vision News.
The day of service is tomorrow, rain or shine. Students will meet at Smith Hall at the registration table around 7:30 a.m. in the morning. From there, a free breakfast will be provided to those volunteers at the Baptist Campus Ministries. Well, Bailey, for the past month, the Johnson Center for Fine Arts has had a pair of exhibits on display.
That's right, Jamarlo, and last night the center wrapped up the showcases with a visit from two artists. Thursday night, art lovers in Pike County were able to join the Johnson Center for the Fine Arts as it celebrated the closing of two exhibits.
Very exciting night at the Johnson Center. We're having a closing reception for Faith, Love, Death, and Magic, the cautionary tales of the end times, and Alabama in the Making, the traditional art of people and place.
During the reception, onlookers were able to hear from two artists, Ceremus Marco Fields and Mary Allison Haney, the director of the Alabama Folklife Association. Some Troy students in the audience said they enjoyed being able to see artwork from different mediums.
There's a lot of printmaking work, which is really cool to see the different layers and stuff they put into it, the techniques they used, and the pottery is really awesome. It's very intricate.
It's good range of different media, ceramics and printmaking and drawing and painting. So it's got a good variety of things.
Artist Marco Fields helped inspire the theme of the End of Times exhibit and says that he's pleased with all of the artwork.
It really has a dialogue going on. These pieces are kind of coexisting and having fun with each other. One piece leads to the next. Faith, magic, love, and death. We cover all of those in this exhibit.
Those visiting the exhibit said they enjoyed the showcase at the Johnson Center and encouraged more people to view art being displayed.
These are artists who are in the Smithsonian, and they're nationally known artists. And so when we have this opportunity to see art up close and personal, we need to take advantage of that.
The next exhibit that will be on display at the Johnson Center will be Charlie Lucas's The Tin Man, opening on September 19th.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Montgomery, the chief election officials is expecting a small turnout for the special election September 18th because of the lack of advertising and the unusual date. Secretary of State Beth Chapman said the turnout for the constitutional amendment elections is usually very low.
And in Opelika, a woman is being charged in the death of her husband, a National Guardsman who died in an apparent motorcycle wreck in July. Authorities say 26-year-old Tiffany Danielle Andrews of Smith is accused of manslaughter and menacing in the death of 33-year-old Michael James Andrews.
And in Flomaton, a sheriff is in stable condition after being shot during a standoff. WPMI TV reports that Escambia Sheriff Grover Smith was wounded during a confrontation with an official with the sheriff's office says Smith was hit in the right forearm and should be fine, but he might require surgery.
Still to come on Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News, Trojan fans have the opportunity to see the football team in action this weekend with the home opener tomorrow evening. Danielle Percival will have the details on that game in sports.
But first, President Obama and Mitt Romney are hitting the campaign trail. We'll have that story and more after the break.
Over, the presidential candidates are burning up the campaign trail, spinning the latest jobs report. I'm Tara Mergener at the White House with the latest.
I have fallen in love with social work, and I think I finally found my niche and what I'm good at and what I can go far in life.
As soon as I started athletic training, I fell in love with it.
Troy University's College of Health and Human Services prepares students for high-demand careers of today and tomorrow. Careers offering attractive pay and the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others.
My courses aren't just classwork. I've worked with the Department of Human Resources to put my skills to work with helping people.
With bachelor's and advanced degrees in athletic training, sport and fitness management, nursing, human services, rehabilitation and social work, health education, and physical education, all of Troy's College of Health and Human Services programs are nationally accredited, and our helpful faculty is dedicated to quality and student success.
As long as you're willing to do the work, they're willing to sacrifice their time and effort to make sure that you get to your goal.
We change the world. Come join us.
Contact Troy University, where we educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News.
And now for a look at what's happening across the nation and around the world, we'll go to Jamarlo Phillips of the Global News Desk. Jamarlo.
Thanks, Bailey. With the conventions over, President Obama and GOP nominee Mitt Romney are hitting the campaign trail today. Both candidates are spinning the latest jobs reports. Tara Mergener reports from Washington.
President Obama wanted to hit the campaign trail this morning with momentum from the Democratic convention, but the latest jobs report is stealing his thunder. The numbers show employers added fewer workers than expected last month. The president acknowledged more work needs to be done in his acceptance speech last night.
You didn't elect me to tell you what you wanted to hear. You elected me to tell you the truth. And the truth is, it will take more than a few years for us to solve challenges that have built up over decades.
The Obama administration says today's unemployment report shows the U.S. economy is beginning to recover from the worst downturn since the Great Depression. But Mitt Romney is slamming the president on the numbers. He says it's clear his policies aren't working and that he hasn't lived up to his promises.
I saw the promises last time. Those are promises he did not keep. And the American people deserve to know why he did not keep his promises.
Both candidates are holding rallies in Iowa and New Hampshire today. They're both expected to talk about why they're the right choice to get the economy back on track. Tara Mergener for CBS News, the White House.
Just weeks after embarrassing photos of Prince Harry popped up on the internet, he's going back on the front lines in Afghanistan. Monica Villamizar reports from London.
Prince Harry inspected one of the attack helicopters he'll fly during a 4-month tour of duty in Afghanistan. He'll serve as an Apache pilot on a mission to fight the Taliban. Harry will sit in the front seat, firing missiles on enemy positions.
I want to serve my country. I've done it once, and as I'm still in the army, I feel as though I should get the opportunity to do it again.
The opportunity comes 2 weeks after the party prince was caught on camera naked, playing strip billiards in his Vegas hotel suite. His army superior reportedly told him off for his bad behavior. Harry's comrades say it's time to let the prince focus on his mission.
He'll be in a difficult and demanding job, and I ask that he be left to get on with his duties.
The third in line to the throne says he's worked really hard to become a pilot, and that despite his royal status, he should be treated like everybody else in the military.
I've done my training. It's cost the army money to train me, and if they didn't think that they could get me out there again, then they wouldn't have put me through this training. It's as simple as that.
Prince Harry's first deployment to Afghanistan in 2007 was kept secret until the press blew his cover and he had to come back early.
I'm so disappointed.
After assessing the threat this time, the army said announcing the prince's trip would not put him or other troops at risk. The 27-year-old will sleep in the simple barracks of an alcohol-free desert base, and he will be called Captain Harry Wales. Monica Villamizar, CBS News, London.
The Labor Department issued a weaker than expected jobs report. Alexis Christoforous has details and reaction from Wall Street.
U.S. employers added 96,000 jobs in August, 30,000 fewer than expected. The unemployment rate dropped from 8.3% to 8.1%. But analysts say that's because more people stopped looking for work. The number of people who have jobs or are actively searching for one dropped to the lowest level since 1981. The stock market, which rallied on Thursday, lost some enthusiasm.
Traders believe the weak jobs report will motivate the Federal Reserve to take steps to jumpstart the economy.
The mandate for the Fed, after all, is the employment rate. And with it even falling to 8.1, it's still a dismal number.
Many Americans are avoiding the competitive job market and staying in school or going back for higher degrees.
I continue to look.
Anthony Allard attended a jobs fair in Washington, D.C. He's looking for work as a civil engineer while finishing up grad school.
There are some opportunities, but they're more looking for people with more experience. That's what I run into a lot.
Despite the odds, Allard, like millions of Americans, is not giving up. Alexis Christoforous, CBS News, the New York Stock Exchange.
And that wraps things up from the Global News Desk. To see more stories from across the country and around the world, such as a new program that offers patients appointments without leaving their homes, you can tune into Trojan Vision Global News right after nightly news. Now back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Jamarlo. And now Danielle Percival joins us for a look at sports. So Danielle, tomorrow is a big day that I know a lot of Trojan fans have been looking forward to since the beginning of the school year.
Well, that's right, Bailey. It is the first home game, Trojan football, back in Veterans Memorial Stadium. Very exciting time. We'll get into that a little bit later. We've actually got a couple teams that have been in action so far today, so let's get into that.
All right.
The Trojan volleyball team is one step closer to winning back-to-back tournaments for the first time since 2008. The Trojans defeated Chattanooga this morning in their opening match of the KSU Owls Classic. The Trojans dropped their first set, but came back to win 3 straight to take the match. 3 Trojans were in double figures with kills led by Blair Winston with 15. Alexandra Alexander had 43 assists and 11 digs for her 7th double-double in Troy's 8 matches. The Trojans also face North Carolina Central this afternoon, and that match is still underway. The Trojans are leading 1-0. They will conclude the tournament action tomorrow facing Tennessee State and Kennesaw State. The soccer team has also already been in action today, though their game is still going on. The Trojans are on the pitch facing Elon at the UNC Wilmington Hilton Garden Inn Invitational this weekend. At last check, the game was still scoreless. Before heading to the tournament, Coach Chris Bentley gave a few keys for the Trojans to be successful this weekend.
I think it's important for us to continue to focus on kind of team attacking.
You can see at times we struggle the second we get the ball. We try to turn into pressure. Playing away from pressure is going to be important. And then that goes back to the counterattack, is playing away from pressure and finding people facing forward.
Troy will also face UNC Wilmington on Sunday at 11 a.m. Both these contests in this tournament will be the first time Troy has competed against these teams. And as we mentioned before, the only action that will be on campus this weekend is football. The push this week has been to pack the stands, and an interesting fact, since 2003, when the Trojans have had over 20,000 in the stands, they are 15-2, with 2 of those victories coming over this week's opponent, Louisiana Lafayette. With 1 win in the books, it's time to hit the home turf and break in the new field. And the Trojans are looking for better luck this time around against Louisiana Lafayette after losing 31-17 on the road last season.
We didn't get it done last year at Lafayette, but we've been able to get it done against them over a period of time.
We had our opportunities and chances to actually stay in the game with them last year, so I feel very good about our chances. Obviously, we're going to try to establish both parts of our offense, the run and the pass.
Troy was 3-2 at home last season and has never had a losing record at home under Coach Blakeney. His players know they need to come out strong in the home opener to set the tone for the season.
This is the first home game, so we have to make a statement on our home field. So it's pretty huge.
And we coming out there trying to get another victory, start the conference off 1-0.
They're going to be well coached. They've got good players. They're going to play us hard. It's going to be a battle, 4 quarters.
We're excited about playing them. I think it's going to be a great game. They're out there. They're getting better every year. It's going to be a good. They're going to be a good football team. We just hope to have a lot of support. And I know we will.
The Trojans posted 39 points last week against UAB, and the Ragin' Cajuns did one better, scoring 40 points against Lamar in their opener. The difference: Troy gave up 29 on defense, whereas ULL didn't allow a point.
It could turn into a high-scoring game. Most games these days are can get away and get up in the 30s. And for some reason, I don't think it'll be that way. The team probably that can rush the football and control the ball and not turn it over is a team that'll have a chance to win.
Blakeney said it doesn't always come down to who's better, but who catches the breaks.
When you tee this football up, the shape it is and everything, you don't ever know which way it's going to bounce. You got to try to make the bounces go your way. And we'll try to have a positive week and get our work done and see what happens.
Kickoff for the home opener will be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, but that's not when the excitement begins on campus. Be sure to get to the stadium early enough to tailgate and participate in Trojan Walk, which begins at 3:45. So Bailey Jamarlo, football season is here. We're finally getting a home game. It's going to be an exciting time, and I want to encourage any fans that are here in Troy that will be able to come out to be there and be part of hopefully a record crowd to cheer on the Trojans.
Absolutely, Danielle. I'm sure I'll be sure to be there tomorrow to cheer on the Trojans, and best of luck to them tomorrow.
That's right. Go Trojans.
Thank you. Coming up on Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News, we'll learn about ways students can get involved outside the classroom.
But first, it's been sunny all week with scattered showers. Can we expect sunshine or rain for the weekend, Bree?
Looks like as we head into the weekend, we'll have a mixture of that rain and sunshine. I'll have more coming up next in weather.
When a disaster strikes, time is a killer. The UN Central Emergency Response Fund jumpstarts relief efforts, which saves lives. Help us help in time. Donate now at rapiddisasterrelief.org.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live United for education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News.
Now Bree Sanders joins us for a look at weather.
Well, Bree, this week we've been experiencing light showers. What can we expect for the weekend?
Well, it seems as if as we head into the weekend, a little bit tomorrow we'll be experiencing a little bit of rain, but there may be sunshine throughout the rest of the week. I'll get more into that in just a moment. First, let's take a look at our current conditions right now. Right now we have fair skies outside. It's a little cloudy, a light drizzle outside. So whether you're headed home or whether you're leaving work right now, make sure you keep that umbrella with you and that rain gear on hand. Temperature's at 86 degrees right now. Dew point's at 73 degrees. Humidity's at 65%. Barometer's at 29.99 inches and falling. Winds are coming in from the south-southwest at about 4 miles per hour. Looking at our temperatures around the state, overall our state is experiencing some upper 80-degree temperatures right now. Mobile coming in at 86, Huntsville at 86, Birmingham at 84, Montgomery, Troy, and Dothan all at 86, Phoenix City at 87. Looking at our temperatures around the southeast, in our area we're experiencing some lower 80-degree temperatures moving throughout the rest of the southeast. They decrease a little bit into the mid-70s here in the Carolinas. Current temperatures around the United States, here on the West Coast, in California, they're experiencing some lower 50-degree temperatures right now. A lot cooler than what we've been experiencing, but as we head back towards the east, those temperatures increase a little bit into about the lower 70s. Current surface map, here in the west, they have a few high and low pressure systems, cold fronts coming in, bringing in that heavy rain and those cooler conditions in that area. Taking a closer look in our area, we have a few low pressure systems here in our state, light winds, cold front moving out through the east coast here. Precipitation forecast for the next 48 hours in our area, we should be experiencing about half an inch of rain or so. So make sure you keep that rain gear with you at all times for the next couple of days. Later on this evening, we'll have light winds in our area, light showers. Tomorrow, we have about a 50% chance of rain as we head into the weekend. So if you are headed to the football game tomorrow, keep that rain gear with you. On Sunday, that rain pushes back out of our area and we end our weekend on a good note. Started off on a great note here on Monday. No rain in our area. Should be plenty of sunshine. Nothing too much to worry about there. As we go into Tuesday, same thing. No rain in our area, so we will be able to enjoy the sunshine at least for now. Take a look at tonight's forecast. We have about a 30% chance of rain. Isolated thunderstorms, partly cloudy skies. Winds are coming in from the south-southeast at about 5 miles per hour with a low of 72 degrees. Going into tomorrow's forecast, we have about a 40% chance of rain. Partly cloudy skies, afternoon showers, winds coming in from the west-southwest at about 9 miles per hour with a high of 89 degrees. Taking a look at our 4-day forecast. As we head into Saturday, that temperature gets up to about 89 degrees for the day. It'll be a little bit warm, but as we head into the evening, we have about a 50% chance of rain there, including scattered thunderstorms. That low gets to about 62. So if you're headed out to the game tomorrow, make sure you keep that rain gear with you. It should be raining about kickoff time, right at about 84 degrees. Around halftime, it should go down to about 77. As the game ends, it should be right around 70 degrees. So make sure you keep that rain gear with you at all times as we go into Sunday, ending our weekend. The high gets back up to 84, about a 10% chance of rain there. That low gets to about 60 degrees. We do see those fall temperatures coming back into our area, so make sure you keep that light jacket with you at all times. As we start our weekend on Monday, the high gets back up to 87. A little bit warm like we were expecting today, except we shouldn't be expecting any rain as we come in on Monday, so be excited about that. The low gets to about 63 Sunday night. As we head into Tuesday, the high gets to about 86 degrees. Still no rain in our area. So we have beautiful skies. Nothing too much to worry about there. So Jamarlo, yes, all this week we've been experiencing that mixture of conditions. We had rain, we had sunshine. Right now it's raining. Tomorrow morning it should be bright and sunny for our parade. But as we head into the game tomorrow for kickoff, it seems like those rain conditions will be coming back into our area. So if you're headed to the game, make sure you keep that rain gear with you at all times. But as we head into next weekend, that rain pushes back out of our area, and we will be seeing that sunshine.
Okay, thank you, Bree. We're just hoping that Saturday we're rain-free. Hopefully those chances of rain, hopefully that chance of rain just, hopefully we won't be experiencing rain.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Bree.
You're welcome.